This story is enraging. I was sent this or tagged in this story a few times, and we need to talk about it. So, this tweet: a Colorado family court judge has jailed a mother who objected to reunification services between her children and their abusive father. The police officer father is facing 7 felony charges for repeatedly raping their daughters. Meet the rapist apologist, Judge Daniel McDonald. So the mom was supposed to give her children over to this man who is facing 7 felony charges of repeatedly raping their daughter. So this is Judge Daniel McDonald. This is Judge Daniel McDonald. Dara continues with: contact Judge Daniel McDonald to praise him on his great judgments. All right, so let's get into this article. Let's get into this story a little bit more. Former Aurora cop charged with raping daughter remains free as mom is sent to jail. Colorado mother objects to court-ordered reunification therapy, claims is harmful and abusive. And here is the mom right here. She has to serve 7 weekends in jail. A retired Aurora police sergeant faces criminal charges for raping his daughter and continually SAing her and his 2 adopted daughters, but he remains free from custody while his ex-wife is in jail for objecting to court-ordered reunification therapy meant to repair his relationship with 2 of his sons. The mother, Rachel Pickrell Hawkins, said the reunification therapy by Christine Bassett, a licensed marriage and family therapist, has been harmful, abusive, and counterproductive. For now, the mother has custody of the couple's minor children, and they are living in a DV shelter. She said that she has arranged for family members to go care for her children when she goes to jail. The mother said Bassett has supported the efforts by her ex-husband, Michael Hawkins, to gain sole custody of her 2 youngest sons, now 10 and 13, and has psychologically tortured the children along the way. The very last visit with her, I told her, this man now has formal criminal charge for SA on children and child abuse, and you need to know this. Pickrell Hawkins said of one encounter with Bassett before a reunification session with the children that the father attended. She went into the room, and the very first thing my boy said that she told them was, "We need to make progress, and today you need to tell your father that you forgive him." Bassett declined comment, saying the ethics of her profession meant that she could neither confirm nor deny whether she was the reunification therapist for the children, though the Denver Gazette confirmed through court records that she was court-ordered for that role. Hawkins, in court documents, denied the criminal allegations of SAing any of his children and of physical abuse of a child following the criminal filing in July. He posted a $50,000 surety bond and remains free from jail while under GPS ankle monitoring. Christopher Estole, the lawyer representing him in the divorce and the criminal case, claimed in an August 1st court filing that the mother was not a credible witness and is highly manipulative. Estole could not be reached for comment. The mother has been found in contempt of court after a judge found she continued to interfere with the reunification therapy. Her trip to jail occurs as such therapy and its potential harms are increasingly coming under fire in Colorado. The treatment is used by family courts to settle custody fights. Services like those provided by Bassett use confrontation and exercises to deprogram a child's rejection of a parent. In extreme cases, children have been sent across state lines to reunification camps with parents they reject, and they are barred from having contact with their protective parent. A year ago, the Colorado legislature put new restrictions on the use of reunification therapy. The new law barred courts from restricting the custody of a parent who is competent, protective, and not abusive solely to improve a relationship with the other parent. It prohibits reunification treatment that is predicated on cutting off the relationship between a child and a protective parent the child has a bond with. State lawmakers acted after the Denver Gazette published investigations into Colorado's troubled family court system, which has been plagued by accusations of bias, usually from mothers who say they are punished and can have their parenting time restricted during divorces when they seek to protect their children from abusive fathers. During one troubled 2 month stretch, 4 children were unalived in December 2022 and January 2023 by a parent embroiled in a high conflict court custody battle. Police classified all 4 deaths as unaliving self deletions in which fathers took out their children and themselves. In the case involving Hawkins, the mother has objected to reunification therapy on multiple grounds. She claimed that her ex is not fit to parent their 2 youngest boys, and she says she remains fearful of the reunification therapy for the children. She points to the criminal charges filed against her ex husband, as well as a Department of Human Services child protective finding that he repeatedly SA'd their daughter, now 17, throughout childhood and almost drowned their older son, now 19, in 2018. The parents have 4 children, 3 of which are minors, but the father is seeking sole custody of only the 2 youngest boys, aged 10 and 13. The father also adopted Pickrell Hawkins' 2 other daughters she birthed, but those children no longer are minors and aren't subjected to the custody dispute. The children who no longer are minors are now adults who have moved out on their own. The 17-year-old daughter claims her father, Hawkins, raped her when she was almost 6 years old and continually molested her throughout her childhood, despite her protestations that he stop, according to court documents. The 2 adopted daughters also claim that they were SA'd, those documents state. The oldest son told a forensic interviewer he felt like his father tried to drown him in a pool in 2018 in Costa Rica, using police control tactics and holding him underwater until he began to black out. The boy said he believed his father was vengeful because the boy woke up one night and confronted his father, whose hand he claims he saw down the undergarments of his sister. Larimer County District Court Judge Daniel McDonald, who presided over the divorce case prior to the criminal case against Hawkins, cast doubt on the allegations of child SA and in July ordered the mother to comply with court-ordered reunification therapy aimed at restoring a relationship between the father and their 2 youngest boys. The court also notes that no criminal charges have been filed, and the Department of Human Services finding can be based on statements of the child alone with no cooperative evidence. The judge wrote in one July 9th ruling, testimony shows the judge was warned a criminal investigation was ongoing. However, criminal charges were later filed that same month against the father, alleging years of SA by him. Though the divorce judge found there was evidence that Hawkins had physically abused the oldest son, the judge said in his ruling that was one instance that does not involve either of the 2 children at issue. The judge upheld in the ruling a previous order from another magistrate requiring weekly 2-hour reunification therapy sessions aimed at restoring the boys' relationship with their father, now facing criminal charges. The sessions, listen to this, the sessions cost $370 weekly. The judge ordered the mother to pay the full cost of any sessions her sons attend alone with the therapist, and ordered the mother to split the cost with her ex for sessions in which he is in attendance. The reunification therapy costs $1,500 a month. Pickrell Hawkins said she struggles to pay for the therapy. So, is this a racket to just snatch money from these people, from these women? This is wild, making her pay for this. So she's struggling to pay for this, and this is why she's being held in contempt of court, but also obviously because she claims that he has harmed her other children. All right, so she and her children are already stretched thin, surviving on the $26.80 her ex-husband pays in court-ordered support, though the judge said during one hearing that he believed the mother actually was earning money that she wasn't disclosing. The mother says she lost legal representation in the custody dispute after accruing $85,000 in legal bills, which she couldn't afford. She was sentenced to jail without any representation from a lawyer. So right here, she surrendered for jail on Saturday. Family court reform advocates showed up to protest and express their support for her. State Representative Med Froelich, a Democrat from Denver who successfully pushed state lawmakers to place new restrictions on the use of reunification therapy, attended the protest along with State Representative Kathy Kipp, a Democrat from Fort Collins. This is kind of a long article, so I'm skipping a little bit. A criminal case alleging child SA was filed against the father on July 29th in the 18th Judicial District following nearly 2 years of investigation by the Castle Rock Police Department and the prosecution investigator. Hawkins, 55, was charged with 7 felony counts of SA of a child by a person in a position of trust and a single count of misdemeanor child abuse. The alleged incidents extended from 2002 to 2021, according to the charging documents. The allegations span Hawkins' tenure at the Aurora Police Department between 2005 and 2018. The daughter, who claimed she was raped when she was of elementary school age, told a forensic investigator the rape occurred in 2012. She said it occurred the same year that her father experienced post traumatic stress disorder after he responded to the 2012 mass pew pewing at an Aurora movie theater in which 12 people were unalived and 70 were wounded. I'm skipping a little bit more. In 2017, a woman sued Hawkins and the Aurora Police Department, alleging she was brutalized by Hawkins and 3 other officers. Video of the incident showed Hawkins stomping on the woman's head while she was on the ground. The woman claimed in her lawsuit that she was falsely accused of assaulting Hawkins and spent a week in jail, including over Christmas. Her criminal charges were dismissed. Aurora paid $335,000 to settle the lawsuit. Hawkins medically retired from the police department in 2018 after he failed a fit for duty exam and was placed on medical leave. So, this is who they want these boys to go visit and reunify with. So, this is where I'm going to end this. You guys go ahead and weigh in. Do you think that this court is making a good decision? I don't, obviously. This is definitely enraging. And the way they are doing this woman, it seems like they are just trying to grab money. So hopefully we will get more information as this continues to unravel. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.